Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and thank you for tuning into a brand new episode of The Nation Wants to Know. Just one look at all these beautiful images that have come to us from Ayodhya, the Saryu Ghat, the Ram Ki Pedi, will give you goosebumps. This is a moment that we as a country, we as a nation, we as a civilization have been waiting for the last 500 long years. 500. You have the Bhavya Ram Mandir. So Ram Lalla no longer is living in a tent. Ram Lalla now is Virajman in the Ram Mandir. The same Ram Mandir that a lot of politicians in the country have a problem visiting. I wonder why. What should be the problem with the Ram Mandir? Either they do not believe in Lord Ram, or they believe that it's not important to show faith in Lord Ram, or they are non-believers. In either case, when you look at, again, like I said, these very, very powerful pictures, you recollect this with what the Prime Minister has said at the consecration of the Ram Mandir, the entire conversation about Ram Rajya. On the other side, you have a lot of Sanatan baiters, lot of Sanatan haters, who do not like the fact that there is a Ram Mandir, who still believe that whatever happened during the consecration of the Ram Mandir was just an Ajgana, who also will compare Sanatan, that is our faith, with dengue, with malaria, with whatnot, and who are unapologetic about it. To a man like Yogi Adityanath, who wears his religion on his sleeves. He speaks about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas, but there is also a rule of law. And today Yogi Adityanath has said कि अयोध्या के बाद मथुरा और काशी की बारी. So is that going to be the next big moment in our civilization? Where does, the entire opposition stand on this? The same opposition that also had the problem with the Ram Mandir, with the existence of Lord Ram himself. Before we open that up with our panel of guests, I want you to take a moment to listen into what we've heard from Yogi Adityanath on this big, big day today. Since 2017, when he's been at the helm in Uttar Pradesh, the Ayodhya Deepotsav has become a feature of sorts. This year again, there is a world record that he's been able to create. 28 lakh diyas have been lit on the entire Saryu Ghat. The entire city of Ayodhya is Rammaya. And this is the message from Yogi Adityanath.
सनातन धर्म के बैरियर को भी, सनातन धर्म के मार्ग के बैरियर भी हटाने हैं. जो लोग सनातन धर्म पर बार बार प्रश्न खड़ा करते हैं, उनको मैं बोलना चाहता हूं, सनातन धर्म ने कभी किसी का अहित नहीं किया. लेकिन इस सेकुलरिज्म के नाम पर राजनीति करने वाले लोग आज सनातन धर्म पर कुठाराघात करके न केवल सनातन धर्म और भारत की आत्मा को लौलुहान करने का कार्य कर रहे हैं, बल्कि इसके नाम पर भारत के अंदर आतंकवाद और नक्सलवाद को लोग बढ़ाना चाहते हैं. अयोध्या में इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट बना, पूरे देश की कनेक्टिविटी अयोध्या के साथ जुड़ी. जिन लोगों को कार्य नहीं करना था, पहले राम के अस्तित्व पर प्रश्न खड़ा करते थे, उससे पहले राम भक्तों पर गोली चलाते थे. जब एयरपोर्ट का निर्माण कार्य प्रारंभ हुआ तो उन्होंने कहना प्रारंभ कर दिया कि साहब ये किसानों का शोषण हो रहा है.
So किसने राम भक्तों पर गोली चलाई? No one has forgotten that. And we will deep dive into that subject in just a moment. But right now I want us, to just for a moment dip into whatever's been happening at the Saryu Ghat. I have my colleague Adib, who's been reporting for the last few hours along with Amita. Adib, I think this is something that just not gives you goosebumps, that it makes you realize that what a powerful civilization we are. Just the sight of those 28 lakh diyas lit up, a chief minister who wears his religion on his sleeve, a country that is proud, it has a lot of pride in its own faith. No matter what, there are people who hate the Hindu dharma, no matter whatever, these baiters have to say. But I think this is a moment that tells us that why we all as a country today have survived.
Well, definitely, Deepti, and see, when it comes to Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, for him, the religion is topmost. For him, religion is top priority, and for him, Sanatan is top priority. And we can see that when he was speaking at Ram Katha Park, he slammed opposition for opening fire at Ram Bhaks. He said that those same opposition, those parties now, they are doing politics in the name of secularism, but they are trying to increase terrorism and naxalism in the country. So this is how Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has once again slammed the opposition for using anti-Sanatan jibes that they all had been attacking for the past few months on Ayodhya, on the construction of Ram Temple, on the construction of the Ayodhya airport. And Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath also mentioned one thing in which he said that those who have become a barrier in the development of Ayodhya will have the same fate as the mafia. So this is how Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath today have launched a scathing attack on the entire opposition party, saying that those who are becoming a barrier in the development will end like mafias, Deepti. So for Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, religion is topmost and followed by the law and order. For him, law and order is priority. For him, religion is priority. And that's what he is saying, that we will be maintaining law and order. We will be following the guidelines of Lord Ram. But for us, the law and order and development is each and everything.
All right, Adeep, only for the moment, thank you so much. We'll continue to track that story, these stunning images. To say the least, again, very, very powerful. Who's going to be having a meltdown? We'll find that out in just a moment. Let me say good evening to Charu Pragya, who's the national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Sriraj Nayarji, who's the national spokesperson of the VHP. Pooja Mishra is the national spokesperson of the SP. Dr. Akashdeep Muni is a political analyst. He leans towards the AAP. On your screens are continuous live images, remember, coming in. This is also the very famous laser show that, a lot of people really wait for. To say कि आसमान में आपको पूरी रामायण नजर आती है. That is what the people in Ayodhya right now are witnessing. Without wasting time, let me begin by asking Akashdeep Muni, who leans towards the AAP, that what is their problem with Sanatan? Arvind Kejriwal goes to the Ram Mandir, I understand, but he still has a problem with crackers. He says इसको हिंदू मुसलमान मत बनाइए, ये environment की बात है Akashdeep, but when your party, your कार्यकर्ताs are celebrating on the streets, you have no problem?
Deepti ji, I'll first speak upon the Hindu question, and as your reporter was saying that for Yogi ji, crime and saving Hindutva is the most biggest priority. I totally disagree with him. 48 hours ago, a Hindu, Mohit Pandey, died in police custody. He was in confrontation with a BJP member, Adesh, on 600 rupees. 15 days ago,
we don't want to digress today, please. We don't want to digress. I realize that there could be a lot of other issues you want to speak about. We'll do about that, but I want you to focus on what we are seeing on our screens and why today is the Aam Aadmi Party being called anti-Hindu.
It is only called by Bharatiya Janata Party. Nobody calls it because it is not. See, Delhi cracker ban in Delhi has done by the Honorable Supreme Court. It was upheld by the Honorable High Court. Even BJP members, MPs went to the Honorable High Court, and Honorable High Court said that we don't want to even listen to you. And this cracker ban is not only for Deepavali. It is for other festivals also. Like it is for Christmas also. It is for other all other festivals. Guru Parv also. Everyone. And
so how come your Karyakartas have celebrated Diwali? Much before Diwali, how is it that they celebrated Diwali with firecrackers, no diyas?
Anybody, now let me come. Anybody who burns crackers with the Honorable Supreme Court banning him should be taken into notice, and proper law and order situation should be implemented. But my bigger question is that why Bharatiya Janata Party is making Hindu-Muslim here? When in Haryana also, they have done the same thing. Same cracker ban. And it is not only Honorable Supreme Court, but the center has given guidelines. And I'll tell you one thing. Recently, even Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, who is the agricultural minister, he said that we want to implement the cracker ban and we intend to implement throughout the whole country.
No, that is okay, Akashdeep. You haven't answered my question. Maybe you don't have an answer to that, which is also fine, because you can't, you can't actually accept that, see, we are hypocrites. We are hypocrites. We will do this for Arvind Kejriwal, but for the Aam Aadmi, there is another law, which is fine. I also say good evening to Kapil Madan, who's with us now on the broadcast. Let me ask, Pooja, before I get in the other, spokespersons here. Pooja, today Yogi Adityanath, as he is leading the celebration of the Deepotsav in Ayodhya, says कि Ayodhya तो हो गया, अब मथुरा और काशी की बारी है. Would you support that call?
We are supporting this Ayodhya celebration too. First of all, happy Diwali to everyone here. तो हमारा मानना है कि अयोध्या में आप दीपोत्सव मना रहे हो, अच्छी बात है. It should be grand. We are supporting it, but at the same time, we know the reasons behind celebrating Diwali. One of the reasons is that Bhagwan Sri Ram ji saved Mata Sita, and then we celebrated Diwali. But Uttar Pradesh topped in the crimes against female. And again, there are questions that will prevail. When you are celebrating Diwali in that grand way, we wish it should be successful. You know that our MP is also participating in the celebration of Diwali in Ayodhya. He had clarified that very well. And we wish that this Diwali should be happier for everyone. But it's not like that. Every individual of Ayodhya should be happy, but they are not happy.
How do you know this?
Do you think they are happy? They are not.
How do you know this, Pooja?
Because
And I want to bring in pictures of Yogi Adityanath. Do you still believe कि तस्वीरों में वो माफिया की तरह लगते हैं? What Akhilesh had said, कि तो माफिया की तरह नजर आते हैं इन तस्वीरों में. पूजा याद है ना?
Do you think? बिल्कुल मुझे याद है. Do you think ये टॉप ऑफ सनातनी लगते हैं? सनातनी कभी भी खड़े होकर के मंचों पे हेट स्पीच नहीं देते हैं, पर माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी हेट स्पीच देते हैं. जब आप उत्तर प्रदेश की बात कर रहे हो, तो जब दिवाली की बात कर रहे हो, तो आप सुख एंड समृद्धि की बात कर रहे होते हो. और आपको पता है कि जब जो है समृद्धि आती है तब सुख आता है. समृद्धि कम्स विद हेल्थ एंड वेल्थ. एंड अगर आप उठा करके देखोगे नीति आयोग का, तो उत्तर प्रदेश 19 लार्ज स्टेट में लीस्ट में रैंक कर रहा है.
ठीक है, आप ये बात करती हैं, लेकिन अगर आप फिर अखिलेश यादव के टेन्योर का डेटा भी उठाएंगे ना पूजा, मुझे नहीं पता अगर आपको लगता है कि वो उससे बेहतर था. अगर आपको लगता है तो मे बी नहीं तो आप वो वाला डेटा भी रखिएगा. लेकिन सिंपल स्टोरी है. देखिए पूजा, in this country now there is a problem because all the parties of the opposition are rushing to appease one particular community. What you're forgetting is that there could be a backlash from the majority. Sriraj ji, isn't that true? When you look at these images, should we not feel proud that we as a civilization, in spite of this long fight, कहा जा रहा था कि कभी नहीं बन पाएगा राम मंदिर, but here is the Ram Mandir, here is the first Diwali. Sriraj ji.
Shubh Diwali to everybody, all those who are watching your channel. It's definitely a great moment of pride. We are the only civilization which survived the onslaught and the invaders' attack. And today we are 120 million people. Every 7th person walking on this planet is a Hindu. We are the only religious civilization which survived Islam and Christianity. So we are all proud. And today, after 500 years, we are back. Ram Mandir has been constructed. Thousands and thousands of people are visiting Ram Mandir. Every Hindu, wherever is residing geographically, whether in Bharat or abroad, happy. Now here, Samajwadi Party are synonymous to anti-Hindu hate. Every time, and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is synonymous to hypocrisy also. Look at his track record. First of all, when he said, मेरी नानी ने कहा था ऐसी जगह पे मंदिर बनना चाहिए जहाँ किसका देवस्थान तोड़ा. Then he took back his words and he visited Ram. When Ram Mandir got constructed, he was one of the first persons to go and visit. So he will do anything for vote bank politics. These are the people whom people have identified, and Hindus are not going to they're not going to fall their kind of secular promises. They have learned a big lesson. Even in the forthcoming elections in Maharashtra, the so-called Mahavikas Aghadi is going to bite the dust. And again, I am congratulating every Hindu. See the kind of atmosphere in Ayodhya. So joy, every Hindu is happy everywhere. It's a matter of great pride that our forefathers, our ancestors did not convert. We are 120 billion people. and and everybody should be joyous. Mr. Akhilesh Yadav and his party, they should also understand politics will come, parties will come to power, they will not come to power, but our dharma has survived, and they should also be proud of their Hindutva ideology, their ancestors, which stood the onslaught of the border.
Absolutely.
Not only the Hindus.
Yeah, so let me get it, Kapil, now to push that point a little further. Kapil, do you feel the same? You know, you will be batting for a party that has questioned the existence of Lord Ram, a party that had said that consecration event was just about Naach Gana. Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi still have had absolutely no time to visit the Ram Mandir. So there has been a lot of fake Ram Bhakti, you know, like they say soft Hindutva, temple run before elections. But even that is not happening anymore. Kapil?
Now, Deepti, let me tell you, whenever you talk about any, anyone's matter of faith, that's his individual, right, the way he wants to profess his religion. I mean, you may have your own set of, religious or the, rituals that you would be performing insofar as you are practicing your own religion, but that could be, that's not a surety that I will have the same set of religious practices that I will follow. That's point number one. Second, I think you made a very scathing remark, and I would point it out here that it's incorrect. You have said so that a party has questioned the existence of Lord Ram. I challenge you. You please name a leader. Name a leader from a political party who has said so. I'm challenging you here, because that's an incorrect fact which has been spreaded. And let me give you the correct fact insofar as that is concerned. A statement was made by officers of Archangel Survey of India in the Supreme Court in one of the cases that were pending, and that affidavit was also withdrawn by that individual.
But Kapil, the UPA went and gave that affidavit only to withdraw this later, right?
Just Deepti, all I'm saying is you mentioned a party has questioned existence of Lord Ram, and insofar as that statement is concerned, I have categorically asked you, can you name a particular leader who has made that statement? You will not be able to name that because that's an incorrect fact. That's what I was trying to educate your viewers. It's a false statement.
No, I don't know whether you still believe that's a false statement or not, because that was an affidavit that was presented in the court only to be taken back later. This is under the pressure of the ruling DMK then. But the same DMK now and its leaders, Kapil, when they've compared Sanatan to dengue, malaria, you've said nothing. I quickly want to get in Charu for her response before we hit a quick break. Kapil, you have to allow me that moment. Charu, is there an ishara coming in from Yogi Adityanath? Ayodhya hoga, ab Mathura aur Kashi hoga? Is that the thought within the BJP?
Let me begin by first wishing everyone a very happy Deepavali. To everyone in my country, everyone celebrating all over the world. See, it's such a beautiful, wonderful day because today we are celebrating Diwali with Ram Lalla in his Bhavya Mandir. So no amount of political pessimism and political rhetoric is going to dim my happiness on a day like this. I've heard them speak, and how much ever they might defend their stand today, the fact is that these particular leaders and their cronies who stand only to gain politically by minority appeasement will never understand the meaning of this day in the heart of every single Indian. All the people who are celebrating 11 crore people have already visited Ram Mandir. Today there was this beautiful aarti with 1100 people performing an aarti on the banks of Sarayuji. So all these things we've never seen before. Look at the visuals of Ram Mandir today. It gives me goosebumps. And even on a day like this, the opposition finds things to be pessimistic about. For once, can you not come on television, smile and say Happy Diwali and be done with it? See, the fact is that hum Ram Rajya ki baat isliye karte hain. That is what we are aspiring to bring. When we talk about bringing development and infrastructure, when we talk about increasing the healthcare facilities to every single Indian, whether it is Ayushman Bharat, when we increase the number of colleges where youngsters can go and study, when every single parameter India is performing well, this is what Ram Rajya means, and this is what Bharatiya Janata Party has been working towards. What Yogi ji said today also fills my heart with warmth, because we've always said the names of only 3 mandirs. There's been Ayodhya ji, for Bhagwan Shri Ram, and we have talked about Kashi and Mathura. So it's nothing new. It is not a new statement. This has been around for decades, if not more. We've grown up hearing these stories, Deepti, and today there is a leader sitting in Delhi who compared himself to Bhagwan Shri Ram. Kejriwal ne ye bola tha. There are his people in Delhi, his karyakartas, who have a problem. If I were to burst a cracker to celebrate Diwali, but there's absolutely no problem to burst crackers when Kejriwal is released from jail during the same ban time, mind you. There are leaders in the south of India supported by Kapil's party who have called all kinds of diseases to our dharma, to Sanatan dharma. They have sat quietly, they have come on television debates and defended it all. But okay, I really don't want to get into this today. The fact is, we are focusing on celebration. The fact is, we are focusing on this cultural resurgence which is going to impact generations to come. This is what the Ram Mandir is about. It is not a one-day celebration. It's an anchoring for generations. And I am very proud that I am a part of the generation which has lived to see this day.
Okay. I think, Charu, we must wish happy Deepavali to, each one of us, all our viewers watching. There is also, Yogi Adityanath speaking right now. So as, I actually hit a quick break just with the promise that this is going to be our top focus through this evening, today and tomorrow. Once again, wishing all of you a very, very happy Deepavali. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. We will hit a quick break. On the other side, we'll get you across more action and what Yogi Adityanath today has to say as he's been leading the celebrations of the Deepotsav in Ayodhya. He says, Ayodhya to ho gaya, ab agli bari Mathura aur Kashi ki hai. Don't go